always a blast to hang out with friends and to meet up with friends. And this is the one and only John Assaraf, movie star, entrepreneur extraordinaire, and an all-around great guy, great father, great husband. Right, Maria? I'm not sure.
Great
right?
husband. Remember that. Great husband and great dad.
Hi, Maria.
Hi, Maria.
So we're here at the red carpet and you've been in a number of movies. So what is your part in this one?
Actually, my part in this one is support. I'm supporting everybody in this movie. I was invited by a few friends that are in the movie, and I just came to support them. I know that when I was in The Secret and in Quest for Success, all my friends came out to support me, and so I'm just here to support my friends.
That is why we love this guy. We love you. We love you. Well, this is so great. Well, let's talk a little bit about success in general. There's so many people, of course, with the law of attraction being very, very popular. Let's get down to beyond that a bit. What is it, if people are sitting around, I'm thinking all the good thoughts, I'm feeling all the good things, manifestation is not occurring or is not occurring in this time continuum?
Well, number one, there was, I think a major flaw in the movie The Secret. And in The Secret, they talked about think, believe, and achieve. And the truth is, that's a bunch of baloney. There's a secret law that we didn't even talk about in The Secret. It's called the Law of Goya. That's G-O-Y-A. And the Law of Goya is the get off your ass law and do something. Now, when people have these phenomenal thoughts and these ideas of grandeur and things that they want to achieve in their life, whether it's charitable things or financial things, materialistic things or spiritual things, there are specific practices. When we think about our universe, we live on 3 planes of understanding. Number one is the spiritual side of us, and that's the intelligence and whatever it is that you think created you and everything else. There's the intellectual stuff, the mind stuff, and then there's the physical stuff. And on the physical plane, you've got to understand that just like there are rules in a football game or rules in chess or rules to grow a business, if you don't do the right things in the right order at the right time, it makes no difference how much praying you do, how much meditation you do, how much positive vibration you do, how many crystals you rub on your head. You've got to learn how to do the right things in the right order, get totally aligned, with your higher source, your spiritual source, and then go and do the right things. And that's what it takes to achieve success. It's not a matter of utilizing what I call as the biggest drug epidemic in the universe right now, and that's the drug called hope. And too many people are on that drug called hopium, and that's why they're not doing well. I've had so many people since the movie The Secret, come to me and say to me, the law of attraction is not working for me.
Yeah.
As if it's some kind of a cosmic bell captain that you clap your hands and stuff just appears. Yeah. And it doesn't work that way. And that's why the movie was a little misleading in that it didn't tell people the truth, that you really do have to do some work. You've got to do the push-ups in order to see the muscles. And you've got to put the effort in, whether it's a great relationship you want. If you want to attract somebody that is your soulmate, or you want to attract more money, it doesn't just happen by luck. Sure, if you're doing the right things, you get luckier. And the luckier somebody gets is usually because they're doing the right things and they're working, they're doing their work.
All right, you ready for the $1 million question?
$1 million question.
How the hell do you know that you are doing the right things at the right time in order for those things to manifest?
That's a great idea. So if we think about health, we already know, the kinds of foods we should eat. We already know the kinds of exercise we should do. We already know what kind of calories are the best calories. We know all of the things from a health perspective of what it takes to be healthy and what it takes to be in a state of dis-ease. If you want to grow your business, you don't have to figure it out. There's lead generation strategies, lead conversion strategies, lead nurturing strategies. The point I'm trying to make is just about everything that anybody watching wants to achieve in the physical world, somebody's already done it. There's very, very few people who are trying to be the first at doing something, like going to the moon, or putting a probe on Mars, or coming up with a cure for cancer. There's very few people in the world that are the inventors. The rest of us, we're basically following blueprints. And so when we talk about doing the right things in the right order, why bang your head against the wall? Why not just get a blueprint from somebody who's already done what you've done and follow that? But that is, one part of the equation. The other part of the equation is, why aren't people doing what they already know they should be doing? And I mean you guys watching, me included, is you already know how to be healthier, how to have a better relationship, how to make more money. If you'd already do what you already knew how to do 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, a week ago, you'd be making more money. But people aren't applying the knowledge. And that's really the work that I've been doing now that's fascinating, is There's a part of the brain that gathers information,
Right.
another part of the brain that actually causes you to take action or not take action, and most people have never been taught how to integrate those two. So that's some of the latest neuroscience stuff that's a lot of fun.
Let's take fitness, for instance, because everybody knows this. So somebody comes to me and says, I'm a personal trainer. We're going to do yoga today, and we're going to just do yoga, and you're going to have this amazing body. So we do yoga, whatever, we do that, and we're like, it's not really working for me. So then you go to another trainer and say, well, let's do this boot camp thing. We're going to kick your ass, and we're going to, so you're drill saying, oh my God, this is killing me, but you're still not. So I think my question to you is, it's not that there aren't any blueprints. There are plenty of blueprints. So your blueprint, somebody else's blueprint. How do you know that that's a blueprint that's going to work for your business or for your body or for whatever? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Well, the first thing that I look at is, number one, has the person who I'm looking at their books, their CDs, their DVDs, their blueprints, have they achieved that which they are teaching, right? That's number one. Number two, do they have other students? Do they have other followers? Do they have friends, family, aunts, uncles, whomever, that have applied what they're teaching to success? And then number three, which is the most important part, how do you feel? What's your intuition about the information, the person, the knowledge? See, we have this intuitive factor, which is one of our 6 faculties of mind. And intuition is what we know before we think. As soon as we start to think, now we're putting all the information through the processing unit of our brain based on our past history. But we have this intuitive factor which is above our deductive reasoning and our ability to think. And so you trust your gut, you trust your feeling on, does this feel right for me? And guess what? Chances are, when you trust your intuition and you go with your gut, and I'm pointing here to my gut, but I'm really meaning my heart. Okay, you go with your heart, what you feel, then your head will follow.
I had a profound message, and I thought it was all about the subconscious mind and programming that. So, I'm saying things like, consciously, I'm a billionaire to get the subconscious to accept that. But then I had this revelation from my husband, Ray, who said, if you are saying things consciously, and you're not believing them, then subconsciously is what you're feeding it to the opposite. So you're saying you're not a billionaire. So how does that work?
Yes and no.
Okay.
When we tell ourselves a lie long enough, the repetition creates neural pathways in the brain. And when we add emotion to that repetition, then we start to formulate a new image of what we're talking about and saying and emotionalizing. When we back that up with action towards that, what we start to do is we start to erase all of the old paradigms or beliefs about what was true and what is becoming true. Now, whenever you say to yourself something that isn't true, like, I'm a billionaire, or I'm making $1 million a year, there's going to be this little voice in your head that says, no, you're not, you're lying. What are you talking about? Look at your bank account. Look at your job. Look at your work. You don't have enough revenues. That's just your brain trying to keep you in what we call as the comfort zone and the behavioral patterns of the past. What we have to do is start to envision a life that is different than the one we have right now. We have to think about this for just a moment. Let me digress for a second. When a Hollywood actor or actress receives a script, and they don't have any resonance or belief in that script, except it's just words on a piece of paper, what do they do in order to become that role so that when we watch them either on the stage or we see them in a movie and we say, oh my God, and we forget for a moment that they are not really that character, they're playing a part. What have they done? They have played that part in their mind, on the stage, in front of the camera, over and over and over and over and over again, and through the repetition and the emotionalizing of that role, which somebody wrote, they become that role, even if it's for a brief period of time. And all of a sudden, everybody believes that to be true. If you want to achieve your goals, you make that new vision, that new idea, that new you so real, it overshadows who you are right now. That is the ticket.
That's why we love this guy. Thank you so much for indulging me tonight, and I apologize if I was holding you up.
My joy.
All right. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Say hi to the family.
Thank you so much.